It feels like Chapter 5 Season 3 rec just started, but we're already 37% way through, with the mid-season 30.20 update bringing more Season 4 leaks, confirming what's on the roadmap, and also teases in-game right now. As the storyline develops that's starting to get juicy, another character's being introduced for the Season 4 trailer called The Wanderer, which we have our first look at, and so much more, so stick around until the end. Trust me, you won't want to miss any of this crazy intel. Don't forget I'm an official Epic partner, so before you pick anything up from the shop, make sure to enter code FM1 inside there, being one of the shortest and easiest codes to enter, only 3 digits long. It would mean the world to me and my dog Charlie the Charcoal Pug now that we've got the brand new cutout, so that means another purchase had to be made. Last video I wanted to know the name of this, so here's a bunch of hearted comments on screen right now that got that right. Today, however, I want to know the name of this, so let me know down below in the comments, and if it gets hearted it could be showed on screen in the next video, so make sure you subscribe to the channel, as after all it only benefits you, with us gifting different subscribers every single day, with some proof of that recently on screen right now. Diving straight into it all before we hop into the Wanderer actually appearing on the Fortnite Island now, and the involvement with the storyline going forward to the Chapter 5 Season 4 trailer. Since the surprise introduction of Fortnite Reload with minimal teasers before the update, Hypex posted 48 hours later and Fortnite Reload still has more players than regular Battle Royale. Thoughts on the mode so far? Reload 650,000, duos and trios are in the works, Battle Royale 617,000 plus, Fortnite total 2 million being the concurrent players. Hopefully you've been having fun in this Reload and managed to get the super rare treasure chest with a 1 in 2,000 chance of containing 5 exotics like you're seeing from the gameplay in the background right now. Somebody managed to get. Fun fact, as for size comparison of Fortnite Reload compared to the Chapter 1 island, as you can see right now on screen, this is what it looks like laid over it, so it's a fraction of the size. Moving on, as we're approaching July and the summer event officially starting, which we have some secret free rewards for, of course, with a new month is a new crew pack, and this is the July one on screen right now. I think it's pronounced the outfit Persephone, or Persephone, and then the Lego style, the back bling, and then the dual-wield pickaxes also. This means if it's still June when you're watching, it's your last chance to get this outfit, and of course each consecutive month you're subscribed will not only get you the next crew pack but an alternative style for this skin. The start of July is also Epic Games' company-wide summer break that starts on July 1st and ends on July 12th, and then the Pirates of the Caribbean event will only start a week later, but the summer event will likely already begin next week. We've had a ton of content introduced in 30.20, and for that reason, of course, if you didn't know, these are the free rewards for Fortnite Reload, this peely looking back bling that we thought initially was going to be a summer free reward, on top of a contrail and also wrap for the ones we can earn in the Fortnite Reload quest section, but then this Victory Royale umbrella, which is one of the cleanest and clever looking designs in my opinion, showing the particle effect of what happens to our character upon being eliminated but consuming the umbrella. Obviously just staying like this, it's not reactive and eventually consumes the full thing. Magneto also releases soon with the appearance of another POI, finally these bunker doors opening that we're about to reveal in just a second, but before we do, here are all the Magneto rewards on screen right now that obviously have been leaked from the files, but from going over to the menu before these actually release, it simply shows the loading screen, the skin, and then everything else on page 1 and 2 are question marks. I'll briefly throw up on screen all of these quests now and what rewards they unlock out of all the ones shown, so feel free to pause the video, and of course these will be introduced at the same time of Magneto going live, which as for a date when this is, according to the timer in game right now, it states coming in 7 days on June 25th when I'm recording, and this happens to land from a quick Google search 7 days from today, July 2nd, when we'll be able to unlock everything at the same time. There's not like a timer on pages 1 or 2. The more interesting thing about Magneto being added, however, is the fact it's already integrating and teasing Season 4 that obviously the title of this video is about the trailer that we're going to be moving on to. Here's what the bunker looks like at the top of the glacier right now, which does have scratch marks surrounding it, which people have compared to the likes of the scratch marks we saw for Wolverine on the Chapter 2 Season 4 map or map changes that were introduced and leaked in the 30.20 update. As you can see from PQ, upcoming bunker landmark, Wolverine and Magneto have escaped, and as you can see, this is the inside of it, with one of these tubes actually having a banana inside. Hopefully Peely isn't going through more trouble than being kidnapped this chapter, and the caption itself from PQ is very important to remember. Upcoming bunker landmark, but Wolverine and Magneto have escaped, as Magneto, yes, of course, is Marvel, but we're transitioning into the Marvel themed season for Chapter 5 Season 4. Speaking of Magneto briefly, this is the upcoming style for him that it's going to be based off anyways, as you can see from F and Assist. Magneto's page 2 style should be a standard comic non-wasteland variant. His second helmet is already in the files separate from his currently used one. Here's the new and current helmet, and here's what that new helmet looks like actually applied to the Magneto model that we actually have right now, and just for reference, here is what it actually looks like in full comic book form. We already know the Wolverine and Deadpool movie is releasing just before Chapter 5 Season 4, which of course further involves Wolverine, just like the bunker Joker being leaked, and this Wolverine skin that also got leaked for the Weapon X collaboration that's upcoming very shortly, as there is an item shop background for it right now being used according to Sheena. And interestingly enough, he mentions about the X-Men collaboration using a shop background that directly references the Fortnite X Marvel Zero War comics, so maybe the 7 will continue after all, which we have a theory on in just a second about the Foundation being the Wanderer, which yes, the Wanderer did get leaked. The very final things before that though are these are the 3 free rewards currently tied to the summer event in the files that we're going to be able to get for it going live, which is actually called All Sweat Summer, a contrast of No Sweat Summer, as you can see from Chapter 3 Season 3, which it looks like finally this character with the No Sweat logo on his mask is coming to the game because there was another variant of him updated into the files in the 30.20 update. And with Fortnite X Pirates of the Caribbean being already teased in-game thanks to this reference where he stepped off of his sinking boat onto the dock in the very first Pirates of the Caribbean movie, everything got leaked Fortnite X Pirates of the Caribbean in 30.20, this loading screen showing him running, doing this particular silly run emote from the show itself, another reference. They even added a Jar of Dirt reference, considering this was such a popular scene from one of the later movies involving Davy Jones, of course, when he came into the mix. And speaking of all the notorious characters, Jack Sparrow, Elizabeth Swann, Davy Jones himself, and Captain Barbossa are all in this loading screen and all have their own sets, but Jack Sparrow you'll actually have to get from purchasing the event pass, which some people did as it went live for a few minutes in the item shop. And here's what that looks like on reward screen form upon unlocking Jack Sparrow with his skeleton variant, again another reference to the movie, the first one where he steps into Moonlight, or any of the pirates do. And as for an overview of the full event pass, here is everything on screen right now that we'll be able to unlock throughout it in the free and both paid section. Data miners have already managed to drag into game what these map changes will look like upcoming with the event, and also what they are, which you're seeing in the gameplay in the background right now. I'll try and speed it up or cut to different points, but yeah, this giant ship, I'm guessing it's the Black Pearl, is going to be added. We're going to get a ton of different loot spots in there. Obviously the pirate cannons are returning for this event too, with like a revamp to the shore side of where, you know, the Black Pearl is going to be added, right near the initial Pirates of the Caribbean kind of reference that we already discussed, again already in game right now. And with this event starting on the 19th of July, confirmed by Sheena and other data miners, on top of this Weapon X skin having 5 items as part of his set, releasing around July 5th. That leads us to the Wanderer and his introduction, which Sheena posted an hour ago for me recording. He can be found on the island right now. One of the main or interesting things about this character that got leaked in 30.20, just the cloak right now, is that it seems to be simply just a ominous kind of nothing underneath cloaked character. Rift Soon pointed out over on Twitter a totally good quality in the best vid I could find right now, but this is what I meant by 0 point essence. Obviously shown the essence around the 0 point, the kind of distort that comes off it is the same that appears also around the outside of the Wanderer. Hope and Jones have remained a forefront of the storyline throughout this chapter initially being introduced, then in Season 2 the involvement with Pandora's Box, and Hope can't seem to let this go. Jones has tried warning her with comparing his experience and obsession with the power of the 0 point being similar to Pandora's Box.
Hope, I have direct experience with this sort of thing. When I got lost in the 0 point, I got all the way lost, so just leave it alone. Power like that can't be controlled. Best case, it destroys you. Best case.
On the other hand of that though, Hope will simply not listen and is wanting us to get gems in the quest right now, obviously completing up like this constellation shard thing of Pandora's Box, with it even causing her nausea, headaches and visions described in her recordings.
You got the gem, just one left, and it's with him. Megalodon. Something about being around these gems, it makes me feel, I don't know, nauseous, but in a good way. And this headache. And the visions. Don't tell Jones. I don't want him to worry. And we're so close to getting the good ending here. I'll be in touch. Hang tight, pal. Let's finish this.
With the mention of Megalodon right there too, it's also been confirmed right now that he is in fact, from talking to Hope, working with the Cloaked Wanderer, which again we already mentioned is wandering around the island, no pun intended. And time back to us entering a Marvel themed season, with this being obvious Season 4 build-up, as we're literally around 40% complete of Chapter 5 Season 3 already. It just so happens the Wanderer could be the Foundation, as Restro pointed this out on X or Twitter. Thanks to Solid X Shots, the Foundation's build build fits perfectly under the Wanderer's cloak. Zero War Geno is a lot more muscular than the Ageless, and I believe Zero War Geno's is similar to the Foundation's build, just something to note. So this could either be Zero War Geno underneath the cape, or the Foundation making a return in this alternate reality now, considering in 2 prior realities or chapters they got consumed in Chrome the 7, although the Foundation went missing, leaving behind his helmet just before this. And with us not knowing after the Collision Live event what reality this was or where Jones and the Foundation went, considering they were back on the island for vibing, as Jones and the Foundation were shown right here at the firework display. Maybe these questions are going to be answered in the upcoming updates 30.30 and 30.40, building up a mini event as we've seen one every event this chapter so far. Pandora's box with the Titan hand, chapter 5 season 1, and chapter 5 season 2, what went down with the statue, Pandora's box and the sandstorm. After all, they're already kind of building up toward this, entering the Marvel theme season with more of these Stark beacons being in every single biome around the map right now, which is definitely interesting. Let me know your opinions in the comment section down below, however, and drop a like in today's video if you enjoyed, learned something new, and subscribe with all notifications turned on so you don't miss any future uploads. Don't forget, I'm an Epic partner, so enter code FM1 now inside the item shop before anything releases. Nobody doing it like me and Charlie the Charcoal Pug, getting giant cardboard cutouts of our code to show our love and support to the community. I think we're the only ones to have done this. As for where you go to now, low, click either of these 2 videos on screen YouTube's recommended you whilst you wait for the very next one I do publish on the channel.